Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
You open the door to the nest room, and on the far side, you see someone that you've actually encountered relatively recently. Kind of surprising to see him back in the castle, but noticing him now, the air sort of shifts. It's not the same it's not the same quiet that you felt before. His own, sort of passive energy radiating into the room has become hardened to a point. You feel pins and needles sort of prickle across your skin, and, Kier sort of stands up straight. Hey guys, do you know him? Why is he staring so intently at me? He says, turning around.
That's Boy Harlock!
Yes. Yes, Chardonnay.
It would appear as though when the castles collided, I had died, and this is hell.
Oh, Harlock, if only we were so lucky.
Kier looks back and forth between Emil and Harlock. I feel like I'm in the way of something, so I'm gonna take a step back.
Yeah, bud.
He clears the path for you. Yeah, this is clearly a you guys thing.
Yeah. Honestly, Emil aside, I think in this room you can't not be in the way of something, so just be careful, bud.
That's cryptic, Kier says as he's whipped in the back of the head with a bird.
Oh yes, I do remember this room.
Yep, there it is.
This looks pretty important. The horse needs to eat anyways, and there's plenty of hay.
Chardonnay, I am so glad that we have you here to take care of the animals.
Oh my god, are we force-feeding this old man? Yeah, count me in.
No, it looks like he's chewing of his own volition.
She leans over to Nahal. Shh, you don't want to spook her.
She's right.
Nahal leans exceedingly close to the old man and whispers in his ear, "Boo."
He's not even wearing the mask anymore.
She then grabs a handful of hay and mashes it into his mouth.
Marcus leans over to Harlock. Hey, Harlock, you doing okay? I'm sensing that this is perhaps maybe a little unexpected and weird for you.
It's a wonderful reunion with your brother.
Yeah, yeah, you can... My replacement brother can meet my real brother. This is exhilarating.
Okay, so...
I don't get it.
Oh, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, wow.
Kier says from the ground.
Harlock, you say the word, I will seduce that boy and distract him so that you can just go into a different room.
Ooh, that would be weird.
The seducing part, or the me distracting him while you leave?
Emil is blushing and kind of rubbing his face.
Oh, I am so sorry. We are just muttering to ourselves very rudely over here about you.
Yeah,
hey, bud.
Yeah, I noticed. Hey,
sorry about that.
Kind of walks forward.
Watch out for the birds.
One flies in through the window and he just arm darts out and he catches it.
Whoa. Do you have magic eyes of bird sense?
Commonly known as a bird's eye view.
Exactly. Thank you, Chardonnay. Holy shit.
He opens his palm and lets the bird fly free.
Oh my god, he did. He left the bird alive. He spared the bird. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, he's much nicer than me.
Emil, that was really fucking cool, man. High five.
Yeah, I didn't see my... Ah! Kier's hit by another bird.
Marcus offers Emil a high five.
He does not return it. He's focused on Harlock.
Okay, alrighty. That makes sense. I'm just gonna back up nice and quiet.
Where are you going, Marcus?
You seem as well as I left you.
They're doing it. They're friends.
I guess that's objectively correct. I think I'm doing a little better than back then.
Hooray.
You seem to be doing fine.
Debatable.
What do you go by now? You're using the family name, right? Harlock?
Yeah, something like that.
Can't say it's a bad match, I guess. He looks down, sort of like, he's got one of his throwing knives in his hand, and he's definitely testing its weight. So, I bet you're wondering what happens next, because, I'm kind of wondering that myself. I'm supposed to be here to stop you, but...
And I wouldn't blame you for doing your job.
Yeah,
Stop Harlock or the rest of us?
all of you. But I don't know how I necessarily feel about that. He relaxes and, like, takes a step back and rests back up against the wall.
Oh, good. He still feels.
Was there a chance he wouldn't?
Well, I don't.
This'll shock you. I actually feel a lot constantly. Like a never-ending sensation. The feeling of fire never dies.
It doesn't shock me at all.
Good, then at least we're having the same experience here. This is awkward. I'm gonna go feed the horse. Kier crawls.
Now, as excited as I am for a family reunion, I'm not sure that now is the time or place.
Oh.
I guess not. Yeah,
Things don't get resolved when those paladins catch up to us.
yeah. No, you're right. God, you're right. He, like, shakes his head. I got a question, though.
Shoot.
What?
Well, don't shoot. I'd prefer you didn't, but...
Why mercenary work? Why'd you leave Free Arc?
Good question.
She's fucking awesome at it, for one thing. But sorry, Harlock, I didn't mean to cut you off or anything.
No, you're right. I am good at it.
Right.
And I don't know. It's a great question. I find myself wondering that all the time. At first, it began as a means to finance my studies, and then I made a substantial amount to the point where I don't need to do it anymore. And now I sort of aimlessly wander around with these guys. And I don't know why.
We're pretty cool. we're a pretty cool team of adventurers.
I wouldn't say aimless. We aim at danger a lot.
He looks at you dead in the eyes, Harlock, and, you see, like, to everyone else, this is the same stony-faced glare that's been going back and forth between these two nonstop. But Harlock, you can see it clear as day, an honest-to-goodness look of shock. There's not even a twinge in the face, but you know.
You look surprised.
Yeah, I took up this life too, to, I guess, chase after you. Find out why you left, and I was wondering what I'd do when I heard the answer. And not in my wildest dreams did I ever believe that you, of all people, would tell me that you didn't know. And, like, he stops and his posture actually relaxes. He picks at his chin. I'd say you've definitely changed.
That worries me.
You see another look of surprise on his face as he retracts. Wow. This is entirely different from how I... Oh, God. He sort of starts to walk forward, and,
Knowing you, I'm sure you went through this scenario several thousand times in your head.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to play out half this awkward, I guess.
I completely foresaw the awkwardness.
I thought I was gonna say something cool. He walks past. Maybe change your mind about something, but I don't know if you have a mind to change right now.
Try me.
He sort of walks towards the door. But I think I agree with you. While this isn't the time or place, I actually feel like a weight's been lifted off of me to a certain extent.
Speaking of weights being lifted off of me, I do have this leg that you refused last time. I've been carrying it for the better part of 8 years.
Harlock, that's so sweet.
Oh my god, did she take that?
Rude, Nahal says, picking up another handful of hay. Emil looks at the leg, looks at Harlock. Tell you what. You sit down and you tell me why you do this mercenary stuff. You tell me why you're with these people. Like, without the I don't knows. We could even talk it through. I don't care. I just want a definitive answer, you know? You tell me, give me an answer that's satisfying, I'll take the leg. He sort of waves, opens the door. Now, you guys don't have much time. They deployed the leader of my squad, and she does not mess around even remotely. I'll buy you whatever time I can. Stay safe, okay?
Okay, but wait up, Emil. If we don't have much time, then it might be in your best interest to take this leg in advance. You know, in advance payment. Not that there's anything wrong with getting around with a crutch like you do.
He looks at the leg, looks at Harlock. Now that would be purely logical, but following my sister's advance here, I feel like acting illogically here for a second, so no, you keep it.
Huh. As somebody who often acts illogically, I can only respect that.
Slowly exits. Kier slowly crawls over. Brother's kind of cool.
Your brother's very cool. It's like, yeah, you and your brother, both extremely cool. In slightly different ways, though.
Is that what a family reunion is like?
Are you doing okay? Do you want to talk about it?
I have a strong feeling that Gregor will be very similar to that once he deals with this existential crisis.
Oh.
But now's not the time or place.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Harlock, that's scary talk right there. Look, we've had to deal with evil Gregor before, and I don't
know what we're talking about, but I'm afraid.
And with that point, I think I have the answer to his question.
Let's get out of this godforsaken bird room.
Okay, guys, we're going. Okay, horse is almost done eating.
Hey, come on, horse. Horsey, horsey. Come here, boy.
Her name is Reginald.
I'm so sorry. Come here, Reginald. Have you taught Reginald to canter yet?
What?
You know, cantering. It's one of the horse stances of walking.
I'm sorry. You saying it twice told me nothing new.
Why are you trying to teach the horse the dark arts?
I'm gonna gift you a horse encyclopedia when we get out of here.
Do you own horse encyclopedias?
Do you not?
Don't look a gift horse encyclopedia in the mouth.
Well done.
You people are awful.
Oh,
Yeah, you fit right in.
Chardonnay just deflates.
Oh my god. Okay, so you progress into the next room, and you get a choice between the ice room, the mimic room, or the horse room.
We gotta go to the horse
Well,
room.
I think it's clear which one we gotta take. It's definitely the horse room.
She has to go home.
No, Chardonnay, she's domesticated now, okay? She can't go back to the wild.
Oh.
You'll have to take care of her until she dies of old age. Which will probably be any day.
This gets a little confusing, though, because it's the horse room, which means it's in a building, and that's where a domesticated cat goes. Looks to Hall, right?
Why are you looking at me? Why is she looking at me?
Because you're a cat.
I think Chardonnay, I think that's maybe a little bit rude.
Look at her ears. She's a cat.
She's a cat, but that doesn't mean that, like, you just get to come at her with literally every
looks like
cat
a cat.
question
She acts
that
like
you
a cat.
have,
She
you
is
know?
a cat.
Oh my god, I am right
Are you
here.
calling her
I am
feral?
right. I am
That's a
right
little
here
mean.
right now. Are we doing this right now?
Everyone, you're really spooking the cat.
A bird slips between Kier and Chardonnay and it slaps Marcus in the face. Fuck! Let's get out of this goddamn room.
You go into the horse room. You walk into yet another room covered top to bottom in hay, sending up a tiny curtain, plowing the way with your feet, and you're surrounded on all sides by a stampede of hooves, a bunch of wonderful horses running free in this tiny cramped chamber. They sprint around and slam into each other, seriously wounding themselves. And then some part of the castle starts to animate and twist them and set them back up, and once again sent them stampeding against themselves and the walls. Oh, this is fucked up.
I don't like this.
This room makes me sad.
This feels like performance art that has a really dark message.
But what did they mean by this?
Can I use my horse lore skill to see if these are like actual real ass horses?
Oh yeah, use your horse lore skill that hasn't been seen since episode
Never.
3.5. Marcus, you stumble into the room, narrowly avoiding one of the equine missiles as it flies past.
Rude.
You roll, and you kick up across the ground, your cape billowing out behind you, sending up a wave of hay, and your eyes scan all sides of the room, processing these horses in a millisecond.
Yeah.
Your forbidden horse lore skill activating. And you quickly discern not only the various different breeds of these horses, but also their names. They seem to be real horses and facsimiles generated by the castle.
Okay. Yeah, I share this immediately. Like, wait, so both real horses and facsimiles?
Don't say that they're real, because we're going to have to walk them out of here.
They are as close an approximation as the castle can get to creating a real horse. They probably have real horse feelings, dreams, and aspirations.
And memories.
However,
But at the end of the day, they are still artificial horses.
Exactly.
Now deal with it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave a lot of that out. So these are essentially horse simulacrums made by the dungeon. They are very close to kind of like being, actual horses, but I'm pretty sure they are not.
This horse wanders up.
Hey, buddy.
But what makes a horse a horse?
You want an apple?
It looks you dead in the eyes after you question its existence.
Oh. Hey, bud, I didn't mean to make you feel bad there, okay? Just try not to think about it. I pat this horse on the muzzle.
This horse immediately begins its charge.
What? Okay.
The gimmick of this room, you quickly determine, is that there are a bunch of stampeding horses going around in a clockwise fashion. They will ram you if you aren't careful. Marcus, you managed to nimbly dodge out of the way of the horse. All of that fear and dread you put into its mind, slowing it down.
Nice try, but I know everything you are and wish to be, horse.
Are you taunting the imaginary horses?
Well, they're not really imaginary since they are actually really very physically present. But yes, I am.
What is real?
Gregor assumes horse stance, and he's going to try and tackle this horse head on.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
I've got experience with horses.
Gregor, you reach out and you assume your horse stance. You form up your core. You get ready for the impact of this creature, and you look it in the face, and you have a flashback to trying to hit that unicorn, and the old man's voice ringing through your head. A boy can't touch me. There's too much blood on his hands. Hands.
Oh.
Hands. You're headbutted and you are thrown backwards onto the horse. It proceeds to run around the room, dragging you with.
Reginald, you gotta tell your friends to cool it.
It's okay. Things are all okay, both inside and out.
I've just been reassured. Calm down, Reginald.
The group watches Gregor sprint around the chamber on horseback.
Guys, this blunt horse trauma gave me an idea.
Oh, well done.
If we attach glaives to all of them, they'll be practically unstoppable.
Right, but then we would have to dodge the horses with glaives.
No, we leave.
Oh.
Oh my God, he's right.
I'm sold.
Every phase of this conversation becomes very difficult as Gregor moves out of auditory range and then back in.
This really is a fake horse. A real one would have passed out by now the way I'm choking it.
Kira looks down at his hands. Oh my God, horses are real, and I punched one out? Oh no, I'm gonna go to horse jail or something.
No, you're gonna go to horse hell.
No, Kier, don't worry. Horse jail is a fake idea that the horse academia tries to sell to you.
Oh my God, I thought that they were fake, like, I don't know,
Like, all
Sasquatch
horses?
and geese.
All like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. What
Never
do you
seen
mean?
a horse?
Haven't we've seen horses before, like, together, dude. I thought.
What?
I thought we
No.
were seeing horses. Yeah.
I mean, no, those are ambitious donkeys.
No,
What are
dude, do you
talking
remember? Do you
about?
remember Bertrand? He was a horse.
Trent. Tyr gets a distant look in his eyes. Oh my God, they weren't mythical after all? Okay, yeah, I gotta think about some stuff. He takes a step
buddy.
back.
Well, take your time. I know whenever I think, sometimes it hurts.
So are we stuffing these horses into a cannon or something?
That's a great idea. It could be easily arranged. Also, Marcus, shut off the lights.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
yet.
Maybe when we're ready to leave.
That's
Oh wait. Let me do you one better. How about we kill the lights and then add a strobing effect?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a nightmare like that.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah, let's do it.
Very bad.
And while we're adding all of our ideas together, why not add glaives to the horses?
Perfect.
They'll do sharp horse damage instead of blunt horse damage.
I'm literally in awe at how perfect and flawless this plan is.
This plan is full hoof.
Okay, we need to get out of this room before we all die of pun overdose.